We are going to ignore the laundry behind me that I need to put away. I know it's been a minute. Let's be honest, it's been a lot of minutes. It's been 11 months since I have uploaded, and I just wanted to sit down and be real with you guys. Tea from McDonald's, half cut. Life has been a lot lately between juggling being a single mom and all the duties, like that's my 16-year-old, work and everything that comes with life. I've honestly just been struggling to sit down, film, edit, and upload the way I used to. And I never want to put something up that's rushed or half-hearted just for the sake of posting. And I think about this channel all of the time. So I logged in today and I looked at my analytics, and I was surprised to see so many new subscribers. Like, people are still subscribing here. So I thought that was really cool. And for the ones that have been here for a while, I just wanted to say thank you for your patience and for sticking around despite the radio silence. It means the world to me that a lot of you guys are still here supporting me even when I've been a little MIA. I do feel like the vibe is different over here than my other channel. I am consistent on my stillglamorus channel, but this is my mom channel, and that channel kind of gives me a break from mom life. It's time to update you on just that, mom life. Being a mother to 3 teenagers and a young adult is like living in 4 different worlds at once. Each of them has their own struggles, dreams, attitudes, and I feel like I'm constantly switching gears to meet them where they are. I have one stressing over college applications, another one navigating high school, and my youngest navigating friendships and drama. And my youngest is in that rebellious phase where everything I say seems to be wrong. And meanwhile, my oldest is stepping into adulthood. Dominic is actually graduating from college this December, and I am beyond proud. I don't want to get emotional. And it's hard knowing when to step in and when to let them figure things out on their own. And I know my moms are going to feel me on this one. I want to protect them, but I know they need to learn from their mistakes too. It's funny though, as much as they push back or roll their eyes, I can still see the moments when they need me, like a quick hug when they think I'm not paying attention, or those quiet "thank you, mom" when I least expect it. It reminds me that even when they act like they have it all together, they're still my babies in a lot of ways. I don't want to get emotional. I don't want to cry, guys. I guess that's the hardest. I don't want to cry. Okay. I guess that's the hardest part of this stage. Letting go. While still holding on. It's like watching them walk a tightrope. And sometimes I'm there to catch them. And sometimes I just have to watch and hope that they don't fall too hard. I didn't think I was gonna get emotional. I should have known. But no matter what, I'm always right there, cheering them on, whether they realize it or not. And some days I feel like I'm balancing on a tightrope between chaos and calm. Being a mother to 3 teenagers and a young adult, almost 2 adults, because Mariah, she'll be 20. So 2 teenagers, 2 young adults. It's like living in a whirlwind of emotions, hormones, and just life decisions. Again, they're all at different stages. Mariah moved out, she's seeking independence. Noah is in high school and my youngest is 13, and trying to carve out her identity. It's exhausting, yet so damn fulfilling. And one minute, they're rolling their eyes at me, and the next they're asking me for advice about something that really matters. So I'm constantly switching between mom mode and counselor mode. And it's hard to keep up with who needs what and when. And I miss when they were younger. The days when a Band-Aid or a cuddle could fix anything. I'm sorry. And now the conversations are deeper, more complicated problems, and just much bigger stakes. But even though they don't say it, I know they still need me. And I'm trying to give them space to grow and make their own choices, while quietly hoping they don't stray too far. Watching them become their own people is a mix of pride and heartbreak. I just hope I'm doing enough to guide them, even when they pretend they don't want it. You think that babies and kids are a handful until you have teenagers and young adults. Some days I want to pull my hair out, and other days I look at them and I feel like maybe, just maybe, I'm doing this right. And some days the pressure of being a good mom feels like it's crushing me. There's this constant nagging in the back of my mind. Am I doing enough? Am I present enough? Am I teaching them the right things? And it feels like every decision, every little moment carries so much weight. And, everyone has an opinion. And social media is full of these perfect moms who seem to have it all figured out. From the healthy meals to the spotless house to being emotionally available for their kids 24/7. Meanwhile, I'm just trying to make it through the day without losing my patience. And it's exhausting because I want to be the mom that has all of the answers, the one who's always calm, patient, and full of wisdom. And there are days when I just feel like I'm barely holding it together. And I'm learning to give them the space that they need to be themselves. And that's hard because as moms, we want to fix everything and stay involved in every part of their lives. But teenagers, they need space to figure things out on their own. And it doesn't mean that they don't need us, but they definitely are learning to process things in their own way. So giving them room to grow, but letting them know that you're always there if they need you is so important. And also picking your battles. Let me tell you, every hill is not worth dying on. You're gonna wanna argue about the clothes they left on the floor, their music choices, every little thing in between. But some of it is just not worth the stress. So I'm learning to save my energy for important stuff, like setting boundaries around respect and safety, taking a deep breath and letting it go. And I know it's a lot easier said than done. I'm also learning to listen more than I talk. Teenagers love to feel heard, even if they don't always show it. Something I do is I jump in with advice right away instead of listening. So that's something I'm trying to do more of, is just being a good listener. Sometimes all they want is to vent or just be understood, not necessarily fixed. And so when they do ask for advice, I'll know where they're coming from. I'm also finding that being consistent but flexible is super important. Teens need structure, but life with them is unpredictable. So it's like flexibility is key, I'm learning. Like, have your rules, have your expectations, but know when to bend them based on the circumstances. Finding that balance has been very, very tricky, but it definitely helps keep things stable without being too rigid. Also, the attitudes. Teenagers are masters of mood swings, right? 1 minute they're sweet and chatty, and the next they're rolling their eyes and slamming doors. And it's so easy to feel hurt. And I'm learning not to take it personally. I can deal with people outside of my home. There's not much that I take personal these days, but in my home with my kids, that's where it stings the most. And I'm learning, like, it's not about me. It's about them working through their own stuff. So remaining calm is something that I would like to master. I'm working on it. But just being the steady presence that they need and trust that they'll come around. And also keeping the lines of communication open. Even when they seem distant, just check in and, ask about their day, ask about their friends, their interests. I'm learning to do this without being too pushy. And the last thing I want to leave you guys with, I didn't want this video to be too long. And this is something that both of my channels have been about from the very beginning. Even though I kind of switched and done like different niches and all that, my main message on this channel and any platform that I have is to take care of yourself too. Being a mom in general can be exhausting, right? But being a mom to teens is exhausting physically, emotionally, and it's a different level of exhaustion. So don't forget to take the time for yourself. And listen, I'm talking to myself too. I have to remind myself to go on a walk, a solo walk, grab lunch with friends, or just find, some time of peace. I know it's so cliche, but you truly can't pour from an empty cup. So I don't know who needs to hear that, but I hope that really resonates and you take the action to pour into yourself, because it is so important. I've noticed when I do pour into myself, when I do carve out that time for me, I feel like I am a better mother. I feel like I have more patience. I feel like I have more space to hold for them. And look, no one has it all figured out. We are all just doing the best we can, and that's okay. Motherhood with teenagers is a roller coaster, but we are stronger for it. If you have any tips that have worked for you, drop them down below in the comments. I would love to hear from you guys and how you are navigating this wild ride. Ooh, that felt good to talk about. All right, guys. Well, I am really excited to pour some love back into this channel. I feel ready. I feel open to show up here more than I have in a really, really long time. So give this video a thumbs up. It shows me that you care, and I will see you guys definitely not in 11 months. I'll see you way sooner than that.